took the government to court because they did me wrong. They told me that I lost my mind, that's why I wrote this song. I have to prove I'm not insane before my chance is gone. I still don't want to listen, but I have to carry on, because I saw this shiny beacon in the night sky over my head. Wasn't something I was seeking. I must warn you, you've been misled. The ones who say they're in control are in for a surprise. I know the Lord has saved my soul to help me realize. I know I must play out this role and do right in God's eyes. The truth can really take a toll, and it could lead to my demise, because I saw this shining beacon in the night sky over my head. It wasn't something that I was seeking. Now I must warn you, you've been misled. That's all of these lawyers ganged up on me. They wouldn't let me tell my side. So how can they tell me this country is free? They were all swell-headed in their pride, full of envy, because they feared me. But soon we shall see, the world will be free because of me. I got a thing about lawyers because they can be cruel. They did me wrong when they treated me like a fool. Thought they could fool me when the judge and prosecutor lied. Want to convict me when I shouldn't even have been tried. Write these words, but there's so much that I have to say. I know that it may sound say that nothing from here on will be the same now. Nothing from here on will be the same now. Nothing from here on will be the same now. Nothing from here on will be the same now. Nothing.
Get up there and, fight it from inside. Oh, if you're taking a look now, you can see that we've just had another explosion, and that is considerably lower. And is that in the other building? Is that what I'm witnessing?
The Queen's Judge and Crown Prosecutor lied to me in order to get their way, but I'd given the court $200 so that I could have my say. I was charged with causing a disturbance in chambers, which was a falsehood, lie, and untrue. These two badgered me to make me fear their authority when they hadn't the slightest clue. I'd sued Her Majesty the Queen and right of Alberta for putting me in a mental institution. Their intransigence helped lawyers and liars to steal my life. Therefore, they owe me restitution. Lawyers don't seem to think that they should also have to pay for their mistakes, but when people prevaricate purposely to win, they do it for their own sakes. The reason the master decided for a defense that was essentially a lie is that lawyers don't want people defending themselves, so they shouldn't even try. They don't want people to defend themselves when that's how they make a living, so of course when you challenge their reasons for this, they can be very unforgiving. But I gave money to this imperious court for the right to sue the government, and their treatment of me after I gave them this fee was to everybody's detriment. These glorified lawyers attempted to make me feel that it was of little use by treating me like my deepest thoughts were nothing more than filthy refuse. They took advantage of their privileged positions, as any liar only naturally will. The prosecutor had the gall to compare me to someone else, as if I too could kill. They feigned ignorance, pretending not to know about my request for the evidence in the form of a copy of a recording that would have easily proved my innocence. Then, after the judge told me that I should have asked sooner, he lied right to my face, telling me that I had the right to defend myself after putting me in my place. For when I asked him for a little more time, the judge denied me an adjournment. So I knew that if I didn't say I was guilty, I would surely be risking internment. I had to think fast because I was shaking like my nerves were coming apart. Their one and true purpose was only to make me think that I'd lost right from the very start. The immature manner with which I was treated is an example of how spoiled they really are. But if they think I'll fold because they believe I should, well, that won't get them very far. Because of their training, they should know the law, and subsequently should also know better. But this reliance on extortion by legal means can make even a judge a real go-getter, with the usual primary motivational factor being the great and almighty dollar. So around the necks of the helpless, weak, sick, and poor, they can fortify that invisible collar. Counsel for Her Majesty the Queen and right of Alberta said that I asked them for assistance, which is something that I had not of them and served only to exemplify her ignorance. They totally discounted my claim, like each and every one of them was also a genius, with a vain, sanctimonious, hypocritical display of egocentric arrogance and meanness. I truly wish I could forget these things that I cannot help but remember, like seeing the light of God in the year 2001 on the 28th day of September, 17 days after the fateful day that our leaders tell us we'll never forget. But I'm afraid that these people may be bound for a place where they will know only regret. It seems that for some people who seek or have power, lying comes as if it's second nature, as evidenced by the behavior of many past and present members of any given legislature. How can they expect to be forgiven by God and the certainty of their own absolution when they accept what is plainly an act of fraud as an appropriate resolution? Since, of course, they were the only ones who actually committed any crime, in spite of their vaunted positions, they will definitely be the only ones who do the time. For because my Aboriginal forebears were first in this land, I must add one other thing. When the Queen's representatives lied to me, they essentially made me king.